Okay, first off, we're gonna start with our keychain clasp here. I have a rubber band. I'm just gonna unhook that, put it through, and then I'm going to take my piece of tape and just tape that down. Just don't wanna get any sticky stuff on your keychain. And then that'll give you a nice thing to work from so you're not moving around. Then we're gonna take our first strand in half here, and we'll take our loop and we're going to put it under. And then we're going to take our two ends, put them through. And then just pull that nice and tight. I use different colors to make it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. Take your second one, fold it in half. Take your ends, pull it through. And your third one, same thing, fold it in half, put it under. Take your two ends, put them through, pull it tight. So now you should have all three of them on here. We're gonna take our first two green ones and we're gonna lay it across. Bring it a little closer, and then we're gonna take this second strand, we're gonna take it through, and then we're just gonna tie that into a knot. Then we're gonna do that again. Take this, put it under, just tie that into a knot. Then we're gonna take our second green one and our first blue one here. We're gonna do the same thing. So bring that over. Then we're gonna take this, put it under, tie that into a knot. Again, you're gonna do that twice. So this time you take the outside one, the blue one, pull that through. Alrighty, now we have our blue ones together. Now this is gonna be your last step before you move to this side. So you're just gonna take your blue one, take that next piece, pull it through, knot that, and do it one more time. Put that under, pull it through. All right, so the first half is done there. So we went to the middle. Now we're gonna start over here on this side. We're gonna take our two purple ones. We're gonna do the same thing, make a loop, take your second one, go up and under, knot that. Then we're gonna do that again. Everything gets two knots. Up and under. And our next one will be this blue one. We're gonna go from this side. So we're gonna take our purple one, get that out of the way, go up and under, make that a knot. We're gonna do it one more time. Get those all nice and flat there. Give our blue ones one in the middle. Alrighty, and then you just keep going. So we're gonna start back on the green side again. Up and under, one, 2. Let me go on to the next one. 1, 2. Over here to our blue, purple, sorry, purple. Through. Through again. Just keep going around like you did before. Up and under. I'm gonna give our middle ones one. See how it's starting to form there, and then we're just gonna go back around again. Two for that one. Then go on to your first one here. Go back to our purple ones. Back to the middle. And then start back over at your green. So once you get it as long as you want it, we're just gonna do one more row on each side. Just another row of those double knots. So double knot your green. Then we're gonna do our blue and just give it one more row on each side there. That should be plenty long. You can make it longer if you want, but that should be pretty long enough for a keychain. Just keep knotting and knotting. Make sure you make your loop, and then you take your other one and pull it under. Just make sure you do double knots for all of them. This will be your last one here. Another loop. Pull it on through. One more. Make sure everything's all even there. Now we're gonna pull all of our strings together. Get them nice and centered there. Alrighty, now we're gonna take our last piece of string. This is gonna wrap around the bottom. So you wanna take one end, put that up in the middle. Then we're gonna loop a little at the bottom there. Now make sure you hold everything really tight And we're gonna start wrapping that string around all the other strings. So just loop that right around and just make sure you're pulling it as tight as you can get it. And make sure it's real snug so it holds all those pieces together. Make sure not to pull your yellow piece down there. You're gonna need that. And just do a couple loops. You can do more if you want. Just make sure it's wrapped around nice and snug. And now see our loop here. We're gonna take our long piece of string and put it through that loop. And then we're gonna take the short piece and we're gonna pull it as hard as we can. We wanna get that knot up into the middle of the wrap that you just made. We wanna get it in the middle there. So just make sure to pull it nice and tight. Now you can cut off those end pieces. Just make sure you do not cut your other strings, just that one. And you can tuck those little frayed pieces down in if you want to. Make sure not to cut your other pieces. And there, you're done with your wrap. Now for this part, I'm gonna move it up here so you can see where the tail comes in at the end. You're gonna separate all your strings. You can fray them out. You can even use a little brush if you want to get them apart faster. Just gonna pull on those strings and they unravel pretty easily. So just get them as much as you can. Pull on each little one there, and mine are a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them off. That way I don't have to unravel as much. Just take each piece and pull it through there. This will give you those little tiny strings. Just keep separating. It takes a little bit to get them all done, but it'll look cool when we do. Onto the green one. Just fray it out as much as you can. Like I said, you can use a brush, just be gentle so you don't rip it out. Don't want to get it all tangled. And you can leave the little curly cues if you like. It's yours, so do what you like there. Get them all nice and separated. A couple more there. Just make sure it's all brushed out. Now I took 2 of the blue and put 1 on each side, and what we're going to do is cut it from the middle kind of. We want to have that like little angled part there, so cut up towards the middle. So you got 1 done. You can go to the other side and try and make it as even as possible. Get that nice fin. You want to have good scissors, so then you don't have to struggle with it. But there you see our nice tails done. You can go back in and give a little extra trim if you see some that are a little bit longer. Now we're gonna untape our thing, take our rubber band off, and we are done. Well, hello kids. Thanks for watching the craft. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe.